You keep them niggas right beside of you. How many gon' ride for you? How many gon' ride? Where they gon' slide?
Hello, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about my diagnosis, about something that's very dear to heart to me. You know, we're going to be going more deep inside. I'm going to be very vulnerable with you guys and like tell you guys like what I deal with and like why it is a blessing to me, why my diagnosis is my blessing. So, but before I get into this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And let's get right into this video. If you guys don't already know, I suffer from a chronic illness called Hidradenitis Suppurativa. And I'm basically going to explain to you what this condition is if you don't know what it is. So this condition is a skin disease where you get boils or lesions or wounds in areas that have hair follicles or folds. So that means under the armpits, under the breast, in the groin, in the buttocks. And for men, and I believe probably women too, you could probably even get it in your face, behind your ears, on your neck. So there's so many different areas that your body can, you know, flare up and get these type of wounds and boils everywhere. It is super duper painful, very debilitating in some ways. You know, it's super hard for a lot of people, including myself. I have dealt with a lot. I'm going to explain this in this video, but I have dealt with a lot, you know, when it comes to this condition. So I'm going to start out by explaining when it all started from when I was younger. So when I was around like 10 or 11 years old, I started receiving boils and areas, and it wasn't really that big of a deal. You know, when you receive a boil, you probably think it's an ingrown hair. You know, you think it's something that you probably from shaving or something like that. If you're a female and you're watching this video, I'm going to be getting TMI in this video just so you guys know, not too TMI, but I'm going to be explaining because this condition is something that a lot of people are afraid to talk about. So I'm trying to spread the awareness. So basically, you know, I was getting boils in areas and I just thought it was nothing. You know, it wasn't nothing major. You know, it was major because it was painful, very painful for a 10-year-old to deal with. That is super duper painful. This condition is very painful for anybody to deal with, regardless of what age. But for younger adults, if you're younger and you're going through this, or if you know someone who is very young in age and who's dealing with this, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to that person because this condition is so bad. You know, for me as a young adult, I'm only 20 years old, and for me to be dealing with this throughout middle school and high school, that is a lot for someone to deal with. But basically, like I said, around like 10, 11, 12 years old, I was getting them, and they were very painful. They would, you know, rupture and do a whole bunch of other things and like they wouldn't leave wounds like how I have now, but they were very painful. So moving on into middle school, I was getting them throughout middle school, you know, under my armpits and everything. And it was super painful, super duper painful. But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad to the point where I couldn't stand it. You know, I was still able to play sports because I was very athletic back in middle school and high school. You know, I was still able to play sports, still able to do the things that I was able to do. But it was still painful. So moving on to high school, I remember playing flag football, and then I would literally, I guess from the sweat, because this is something that it can cause, like if you sweat a lot, sometimes boils can form underneath the arm from when it comes to this condition if you sweat a lot. So I remember sometimes when I would like come home and like, you know, of course when you're playing sports, you'd be all sweaty and everything, and then the next few days I'll have a boil. Like whatever area it may be, I'll have a boil. So I will have to deal with the pain playing flag football, playing sports, and whatever sport I was playing, I'll have to deal with the pain, you know, running and stuff like that. You know, that's a lot of work for someone to deal with when they're going through pain. They're running and doing all these different exercises and all these different type of things when it comes to, you know, these type of sports, you know, conditioning and stuff like that. You know, it's a lot of work. So it was super painful for me. Then I remember it was the year 2016. I received a boil under my left arm, and it was super painful. I could barely move my arm. I couldn't lift it. I couldn't do anything. I remember one morning I woke up and I was just in so much pain. I was like, Mom, I cannot go to school. So she took me to my primary care, and the way it looked, I don't want to go into detail how it looked, but it was so bad to the point where the boil was so huge. My doctor did not want to touch it. She didn't want to deal with it. So instead of her, you know, trying to do whatever she wants to do to it to make it relieve this pain. She sent me to the hospital. She told me that I need to be in hospital care. So I ended up going to the hospital, and they were going to do surgery on my arm. And I was so terrified, you know, for someone at 16 years old to be getting ready to deal with surgery. You know, it was super duper hard for me. And, you know, at the end of the day, I was just like, you know, dealing with surgery, I was so scared and so terrified. So basically, the doctor ended up not having to do surgery because it ruptured on its own and burst on its own. So I had to be hospitalized for overnight. They just watched it, but the aftermath. And this is where I get deep into explaining that this is how all my wounds do now. So aftermath, it burst, it did whatever it's thing to do, but it left a gaping big hole under my arm. Like, it was a gaping hole, like an actual hole underneath my arm. And it's been there since then. We're in 2020. This is in 2016. That arm is still open, and it's still open to this day. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to hidradenitis suppurativa. When it comes to HS, that is what it does. And this is how all my wounds have been. Right now, I don't know how many wounds I have, but I have a lot of wounds under my arms, under my breasts, and other areas. I have wounds all over my body. Like, it's not even funny. Ever since then, going on into literally, like, now I'm in college, and it is still to this day. Now let me explain to you what this condition has caused me when it comes to school and other different things. So I was accepted into many prestigious colleges with, like, right after, like, 2016. I was 16 years old. I was going into my junior year, and, you know, I still went around my junior year, but close to the end of my junior year, I started to get sick. My wounds I started to get boils all over my body, and next thing you know, I was out of school a lot, but I still finished strong. And moving on to senior year. My senior year was not fun. It was not the year that a senior would be happy to have. So basically, moving on into my senior year, I dealt with a lot. You know, in and out of the doctor's office, in and out of emergency rooms. My condition was flaring a lot. I could barely walk some days. Couldn't go to school. Couldn't do nothing. Like, it was so bad. I missed out on a lot of things my senior year. A lot of things. A lot of days. A lot of fun days. A lot of so many different things that I could have done. I missed out. Now, I still graduated strong. Graduated, you know, summa cum laude, you know, 5.0 GPA, whatever, this and that. Like, I still graduated strong. And I got accepted into, like I said, prestigious colleges. So I got accepted into colleges like Howard University, University of Alabama, Georgia State University, like so many different schools. But my main school that I wanted to go to was Howard University. So I really wanted to go to DC so bad, but because of this condition, I was not able to fulfill the dream of getting ready to go off to college as much as I wanted to because of this condition. This condition literally pushed back my dreams of what I wanted to do. I was so hyped about going off to these colleges or whatever colleges of my choice, and I was not able to go off. So let me explain. I was so down and so depressed to the point where it wasn't even funny. And you know what got me through it? The man above. The man above is what got me through it. And that's what I'm going to explain to this video, how my diagnosis is my blessing. So going into the point to where my first year of college, that summer before my first year of college was hard for me. I was dealing with boils like crazy. Like, I was dealing with so much pain to the point, like I said, I could not walk. Like, I couldn't walk. All I could do was stay in bed all day. Like, my first year of college, majority of the time, I was home a lot. So I was just, you know, staying in bed a lot, only going to the bathroom to use the bathroom or take a shower and come right back to the bed. That's all I did. And it was so depressing, and I had so much anxiety. It was so hard. It was so much to deal with. But the man above got me through it. And what I mean by that is there's so many different things that I have come along, that I have came across, that has helped me. So after the year of high school, I'm going to go back a little bit. And after the year of high school, basically I was, you know, really down, like I said. And into the summer, I found some things that really helped me. So I decided to, you know, work on some projects that I have coming for you guys. This project that I really have coming. And I came along something that I really enjoy, and that is poetry. Poetry is something that is dear to my heart, something that I love so much, and something that I really came along to really like. I never thought a day in my life that I would write a poem. Never a day in my life that I would like poetry so much, and I love it so much. I write so many. I have over 100 poems and so many different things that I have going on, but it was hard. But I got me through it. It was reading God's word, watching sermons, doing so many different things, and talking to God and asking God, what does he want me to do? Now, back into the first year of college. First year of college, like I said, it was hard for me. Majority of the time, I did all my work on my phone. If you guys do not know, like most people, like they have to have a laptop. The laptop was too much work for me. I did all my work on my phone, and it literally, like, it helped and saved me a lot of time. Like, it helped a lot. But at the end of the day, I got through it. But into the summer that just passed, I had basically an incident. I talked about this on my channel before, but basically throughout that summer, and like basically within a 3-month span, I decided that I would try to take my own life 3 times in a row. And that really struck a lot on me and my family. I remember I was so depressed, so down, having so much anxiety to the point where it wasn't even funny. I was so low in life. I was so down because this condition had taken over. Like, it was just something that I just felt like I wasn't like going anywhere in life. I wasn't getting anywhere. I felt like, oh my goodness, like, God, what is my path gonna look like? You know, I was like, oh my God, I'm not in a relationship. I don't have any friends. Like, I don't have this and I don't have that. You know, I was so down and so low to the point to where it just got to me. It just got to me. It got to me hardcore. I remember I had to have a blood transfusion, you know, right around, like, it was around April of last year, but I had to have a blood transfusion. That got to me too. So basically, like, throughout the summer of last summer, I just dealt with a lot. My family, everyone, it was just so much, but I dealt with it with so much support. I'm so thankful for my family and everyone that was there for me and helped me and supported me throughout that moment that I had dealt with. But throughout that dark moment, I came across something else. I came across, you know, the fact that I wanted to change my major and change my career path. So something that I am doing right now, which I'm talking to you guys now, you know, I decided that I wanted to, you know, become a motivational speaker and do like entertainment and do things that I love to do. So I changed my major to mass communications because at first I thought I was going to be a lawyer. I thought I was going to be an attorney, which I probably can do it, but it's not where my heart is. So that's what I want to talk about too. Make sure when you're passionate about something make sure you put your heart in it, and make sure that that's where your heart is and where you want to be. So make sure of that, because that's what I had to do. I had to really buckle down and be like, okay, like, I've been through a lot. Do I really want to be an attorney? Do I really want to be a lawyer? So I had to buckle down and really think about that. And I thought about it. I prayed to God. I went to God, and really just, it came to me. He came to me, and it really helped me a lot, because I'm like, I have so much passion for it. I have so much passion for public speaking and, you know, helping people and helping others. And it's other passions that I have too, not just that, but it's just that, you know, sometimes in your darkest moments is when something good can come out of it. You know, you just never know when you're talking like HS, like so much has came out of it. Like me changing my major, wanting to be motivational speaking, and me wanting to, you know, get into poetry, wanting to help people get into entertainment, you know, just do so many different things in the world, actually becoming a minister. You know, there's so many different things that have came out of this diagnosis. And not only my chronic illness diagnosis, but also with my diagnosis of, you know, depression and anxiety. You know, I moved past that. And, you know, it's helping me so much, because at the end of the day, you can conquer anything and get through it. So that's why I want to get out of this video. I want to get to you is, you can conquer anything if you get a diagnosis, if you get a bad decision, whether it's college or job related, whatever happens in your family, whether it's death, whether it's financial issues, whatever it may be, something that comes into your life that may it's something that may break you down. You feel like you're broken down and you feel like you just can't get back up. Something good can come out of it. Something good, it can be a blessing that can come out of. God can bless you through your hard situations. He really, really can. So don't give up when times get hard, because at the end of the day, you are stronger than that and you can get through it. Like, so stronger and so like loved, and you are enough, and you can get through so many different things in your life. Like, it's not going to be linear. It's not going to be a straight path where you just go and you just get that career, you go through and you get that prize, and you know, whatever it may be, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. There's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be so many different bumps in the road. But that's what helps and makes you stronger. It makes you ready for what you're ready for. What God has you, He wants you to be ready for. That's what really makes you strong. God puts I hear this all the time. He puts His toughest or His strongest soldiers through the toughest battles. That's what He does. I hear this a lot, and it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to go through so many different battles to get to where you're going to get in life, but you're going to get there and you're going to make it, and it's going to happen. You just have to believe in yourself and trust in God and believe that you're going to get there. You have to have faith in God, and you have to believe in yourself that you can make it and that you can get there and do the things that you want to do in life, because it is happening and it will happen. You have to believe, you have to manifest, you have to believe that you have a purpose. You have a purpose in this life. You have a purpose, and you're going to fulfill purpose. You're going to fulfill purpose within this life. You have a strong purpose. Everybody has a purpose. Whether you not know what your purpose is in here in this life, you have a purpose. You have a purpose. And just know that you will fulfill that purpose. God has a purpose for you. He said a purpose. He knows how many hairs you have in your head. He knows. So don't think that you do not have a purpose, because you do. And you are meant to be here. And you are here for a reason. You are here for a reason. So don't doubt yourself or down yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, for real, like, don't get down on yourself. From a person who has been through it and been through a lot in life, I know what it's like to be down and to get down and think that things are over and it's all over when it's not true. No, it is not. You can get through it. The enemy wants you to think that, but you don't have to think that. You can believe what God says about you. What does God say about you? You are His precious masterpiece. You are His precious, precious masterpiece. And you are meant to be here. And you are here for a reason. So, that's all I have to say for this video. Please remember that you are so loved. You are so loved. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are enough. You are greatness. And greatness is always coming. Greatness is coming for your life. Alright, you guys, that's all I have for this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.